All right. Do you know a selfie queen or king? Well, someone completely unafraid to blitz their Instagram and Facebook with a string of pictures of, themselves. I know a few.
Therapist Veronica Sites joins us on the Kogo News Live line. And Veronica, we all know them, and maybe we're a little uncharitable toward them because sometimes it seems so overblown. Are they just narcissists, or is there something else going on here?
And there are some of those tendencies there, but there's such a need for approval. People are out there posting on social media ad nauseum, and really what they're looking for is a pat on the back and, hey, you're important, you're significant, and they really need to ask themselves, why is this important for me to do? And take a look in the mirror, because the problem and the solution are probably internal, but not all selfies are bad. It's just there is a link, and there are tendencies towards some narcissistic and a lot of loneliness. A lot of lonely people out there.
And on the other side, why do people, they post all these selfies, and I see it all the time, but then they get like 100 comments. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so wonderful. You're so lovely. Why do people feel the need to post those things on their sites?
That's the paycheck, is they get the affirmations that they're needing and they're longing for. And, I think a lot of it is associated with the fact that we've gone so technological in the digital age. We really long for conversations with people. And when we don't have that, and we're just constantly with handheld devices, there's a need to hear it somehow. So those postings give them what it is that they're searching for.
Now, are these mostly women, or do men fall in this category as well? Because I have friends of both genders on Facebook who do this.
Men and women do it both. It does tend to be more younger, in the 20s, females that are doing a lot more of the posting. And there again, it is very much linked to self-image, self-esteem, loneliness, a lack of security in relationships, and even feeling secure within themselves. A big problem.
So how do you know if somebody, how do you tell the difference between just somebody being narcissistic and somebody who may really need a friend?
One of the things that I encourage people, it's easier just to come alongside a friend and say, hey, I noticed that you do a lot of posties. Why is that important to you? And just ask them as a rhetorical, say, hey, I'm not trying to judge. Is it important to you? Because I think that you're awesome. And I just don't ever want it to be misperceived that there's a need there that maybe I can be a friend to you with.
Ultimately, do we just need to spend more time with each other? Because we spend an awful lot of time with our devices, and even in restaurants, you look and two people are together and they're both on their phones.
Yeah, and that's that right there is the telling sign. We're not having the conversations offline that really the body longs for, and therefore we're doing it the way that we've grown accustomed to, online, digital, and it's not filling the need. So because we think the need is a bunch of likes and comments is going to fill the right spot, it's really a lack of humanizing the conversations again.
So what is your suggestion to people who might be sitting there taking the perfect selfie right now with their selfie stick and deleting 30 of them and looking for just the right one to post right now?
I want to encourage that person that's looking at themselves in the phone, just ask yourself, what am I gaining, and why? Why is it so important to me? Because at the core of it, they're going to find there's a lonely feeling. That's a very hard thing to admit. But in recognizing what is it, get offline and have a conversation with a friend. Just say, hey, can we hang out? Because that's really at the core of what's going on.
After all, it is a phone in your hand. You could make a call on it. It's just a thought.
You can. We've forgotten to hit dial as opposed to, the click. We click instead of dialing, and we really need conversation. So.
All right, counselor and therapist Veronica Sites with us here on the Kogo News Live line, and all of those selfies may be a cry for help or just connection.